Was I spot the fuck on with my take about his demand letter suing Cam for $100 million? All right, let's see what he says first.
So, I'm sitting here on the dock looking at the view, and I'm thinking, like, why am I beefing with Cam? And the only reason why is because I just never got to talk to him. He publicly said he wasn't going to talk to me, but almost every OG from Harlem and everyone I respect is like, yo, cut this shit. It's embarrassing. So, you know, Daniel spoke to Cam and we could resolve this. I just want to talk to him and it's over. And if you need to, because we can't publicly have us as black people beefing with each other. That's just what they want. They use us to tear each other down. They don't do it. We do it to ourselves, but they usually pay us to do it. And I'm not going to get caught up in that. So I'd prefer to squash this. I want to apologize to Harlem because I know this was embarrassing for Harlem. And I'm man enough, but the thing is, in Harlem, we deal with things different. It also comes with violence. And I can't be violent and I won't be violent. And I don't want any of my friends to be violent. My job is to keep them out of jail. So the only way I can deal with things, to keep certain things out of the algorithm, is to answer as soon as somebody says something. And my version of violence is just lawsuits. If I could take it to the streets, I would, but we can't. And the Italian Godfather, part two, he killed his brother. The black Godfather don't kill his brother. He teaches his brother. So, again, if y'all want to sit down and work it out, I don't even want to be a part of that project that y'all doing. I don't really understand what it is. But I feel like
Paid in full.
Cam, me, if together we show that we could be beefing, pause, and then come together and maybe do a TV show together, something different, or a movie or something, just showing the world that we can work together, then we would prove everyone wrong. They love us tearing each other down, and I'm not doing that shit. And I apologize to my OGs for embarrassing you. But I just wanted to talk to him. And he finally talked to, he finally replied when I hit him with the lawsuit. And I was like, nah, now go talk to Daniel. And if you want to, Daniel, if you want, please arrange us to have a sit down. You can bring who you want. And also 50, you're invited too. But instead of us talking about each other on fucking social media like clowns, let's sit down and talk like real men. Let's take this off the street. The street right now is the internet, and this shit is corny. So I don't want to fight with y'all no more. Now, I heart, that's different. And Revolt, Batavio, same thing. You stopped replying to me 2 days before I went to the Breakfast Club, but I don't work for you. I am the chairman. When I'm on Revolt with my content, I'm the chairman because I don't talk to your staff. I talk to mine, which I have. I'm the chairman of America New when it's on Revolt. So to me, if the breakfast, I won't get into it, but we can have a sit down too because I'm not going to stop legally. I'm going to respond. That's what I didn't do before. And this is what I've learned. This is the only way I could fight. But you're not going to line me up and set me up. So you can come to the conversation as well. Bring who you want. Charlamagne, you're not invited. I need real men, pause, masculine. We need to speak like masculine men in each other's eyes and deal with all those problems. So I'm still, if y'all coming at me, pause, I'm going to always hit back. But I'd rather squash this, pause. And please don't take my grace as weakness. We're in front of a lot of people, and this is not the right example. Later.
Show the view. Got to get the view in there. That's right. Make sure y'all look how I'm living, y'all. Hey, DJ Evie, post your view. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they believe that I'm good. All right. I do have a good and a bad take to this apology, but now not you, Charlamagne, and not you, this guy from Revolt, whatever. Not you. You're not invited. You are. You're cool. Fuck you. But I have a good and a bad reaction to this. Let's go to the bad first, okay? I'm trying to remember all the things that was flashing through my mind as he was talking right there. It was like 10 different points. Do my best. How about I start here? Dame, don't use any blame game towards your OGs. Don't use a crutch towards your OGs. Don't tell me this is why because of your OGs at this point. Because we, the internet, right? I'll use the internet, right? Not me personally. I'm too old. But the internet, these youngins out here, they're supposed to be looking at you as the OG. I believe they say Dame is like 55 years old, right? If you at this point in life can't conduct yourself in a business like, in a tactical, in a right manner at 55, then you can't teach that dog any new tricks, right? Ain't no people above you in your 70s supposed to be calling you and saying this looks bad for Harlem. You are supposed to be the person that people go to and say, how do we handle this at 55 years old? I don't listen to somebody that's saying that. I don't know if that's a half of a cop out or if you really mean that. If you really mean that, then it shows that to me, you're not reliable in OG type of ways. You're not reliable then. You're exposing yourself for that then. I'm supposed to look at you as a kid still then? Because if you need to get advice of when to not sue Camron for $100 million, okay? The violence thing that you're putting in there as well. People always want to throw that little reminder out there that I can, but I won't. I think that within itself is a little immature, right? That's when you just want people to know, like, I can get a win out here, but I'm not gonna. Dame could make phone calls. Dame is connected. Dame has friends. Dame probably has a couple gangsters in his phone. I don't sleep on no nigga. I don't sleep on weak niggas, right? Dame is Dame, okay? I believe that. But having to put that out there is like a form of insecurity to me. That's just my psychological little breakdown and analysis when people do that. All right, like this could go street, but I'm not gonna. And by the way, here's number three. By the way, instead of the street, I go court. No, it's not supposed to be an option of like, well, damn, I really want to kill Cam or possibly go to the street behind this type of shit because he's disrespecting me. He tried to get in touch with my son or whatever, but I can't do that, so I'm gonna call a lawyer. There's not supposed to be like just two options. Like there's another option as well, like which is walk away, right? That keeps a lot of people out of jail, out of court, out of the grave. There is the option of what this is an OG talking to an OG. Okay. There is an option of walking away, but he has to stay there because this battle is important to his reputation and his continued work. Now let's go into the continued work because you showed us that right here. It's not about being right. It's not about being wrong. Just the same thing you did with 50 when your teeth fell out on accident. You were trying to engage content, attraction, business. Hey, 50, let's both drop on the same day. Here you go, fast forward. Hey, Cam. Hey, 50. I know we're going back and forth. I know y'all don't fuck with me. I know y'all don't even want to pick up my phone calls or answer my text messages. But let's get together and do a show together. Not that paid in full one. He didn't say the words paid in full. Not that other project y'all got. I don't know what that's about. But let's show the people that we can do something to come together. The first step wouldn't even be me putting that out there publicly, even if it was my intentions. The first step would be me just trying to get with these guys and show the world that we good, we cool, we handshaking, we next to each other, we all right. You know what always kind of looks fake? For example, if we see I want to use a serious one. I'll use Big and Pac. All right. If we see the back and forth between them, the who shotches and the hit 'em ups and the source awards, and we feel like this is serious. Like, let's keep these guys away from each other. Right? This looks like it can go left. Okay. And then they pop up in a commercial together doing a co-venture on a fucking movie. We're like, can we get a reverse first? Like, how did you guys even get here? Like the genuine optics is that we as men, as you say, black men, I'm with you on that. We could put this down. We can shake hands. We cool. From an optics standpoint, you don't just go straight to the let's make money. Can I get in a deal with y'all? Can we do a show together? That's supposed to come after. Let's see Nas and Jay-Z shake hands, do an interview together with Swave, and then partner for some type of musical business venture. That's the order of genuine nature. All right. But when you go straight to in my same apology video, offering an extension for us to do a movie together or a show together, I have to question your true motive, your true ambition, which seems to be like it's always been the case. Opportunity. And there's nothing wrong. Chase your bag. Get to your bag, especially if allegedly you need it now more than ever. Get your bag. But there's a I'm not going to keep ranting about how I could be PR in this situation. Okay. Actually, I could keep going on that. It's going to come off, continue on the negative side. And I want to get to the positive side. All right. Let me stop there. I got way more, but let me stop there. The positive side of this Dame, I don't want to be the guy that preaches on the internet or in front of my podcast that we can't accept apologies from each other. Okay. That's important. I don't like some of the motives that come across in that video. But if you really are trying to stop this, not necessarily because you lost or you want to get some money with niggas, but you just want to purely in your heart, you really believe me going back and forth with somebody I got so much history with, like Camron, or a man that I respect, like 50 Cent, for whatever reason. Let me stop this shit as a black man. Let me put this shit down. Not because my OGs called me, not because this looks bad for Harlem. I believe in my heart we shouldn't be doing this shit. Then I fully support an apology or a retraction or laying down of the flag, because sometimes you have to have enough ego taken off the table to realize like this is counterproductive for both of us. Maybe not as much for you, but it's not super productive. I'm pretty sure there's better things that you could do with your time, Camron and 50, rather than have this online war with me. And I know y'all making money off of it, right? But it, we don't have to be doing this. It's hurting me more than it's hurting y'all, but we don't have to. So the ego coming off the board and laying down the flag, because sometimes it's just about who lays down the flag first. Ego, man to man, testosterone and competition, and fuck that. I ain't taking no losses out here. It gets us in a lot of problems of not being able to just sort things out and stop it, or somebody taking that initial. And we didn't believe your demand letter. We didn't believe in your demand letter. And I told y'all on stream, depending on how you view my opinions on snitching, if you partake in something and then you use authorities when it doesn't go your way, that's a rat. That's ratting. Like, Dame, you were playing in that direction by acting like you wanted to sue Cam after going back and forth with him and dropping stories and exposing him, devaluing him, or saying shit about him that was defamatory. Okay, you can't partake then. If you have an issue with somebody saying about you and you want to sue, just go straight to your lawyer. Don't partake in it. Lose, have your fuck yous, you did this or whatever. That's the Verb shit. Like I said, Verb literally on his Twitter or in some of his spaces saying ARP forced some battle rap girl to be or do something, whatever. That if that ain't defamation, I don't know what the fuck is. You know how we be feeling about, sexual harassment, sexual assault, R-ing, kid related stuff. He said that about me. I didn't call no lawyer behind it. I said, okay, I got some stuff to say about you. It's bitch shit to really, and rat shit. And that's why I did that video. I said, Averb's a rat. He's a rat for that. You don't involve yourself in something and then go to any form of authority when it doesn't go your way. So that's another reason why, Dame, I'm glad you're retracting from this stupid ass demand letter versus Cam. But let me stay positive. Come on, damn, I'm backsliding. It's a good look, Dame, to say I'm not on it like that with Cam. That's a good look. All right. And I feel like if I keep talking, it's going to come off more negative than positive. I'd rather end on a positive note. Shout out to Dame for that. Respect that. Okay.